beat of New York.
103.5 KTU.
103.5 KTU, Cubby and Carolina, and the Backstreet Boys are here!
What's up?
DNA. DNA. That's why I'm like, seriously, I was thinking about the name of the album, and Cubby goes, wait, does DNA stand for something? I said, well, it's your body makeup, sweetheart.
Yeah, I understand it's the whole body thing, but does it mean something special for you guys?
What does it mean, Kevin?
What does it mean, Kevin?
Digital and analog.
Really?
Is the concept is how the concept first came to be. When we were talking about concepts for the album, a lot of stuff we had recorded, some of it was acoustic based. So that had a more analog, old school feel to it. And then some of it was highly produced electronic, some EDM inspiration. And that would be our digital. Right. And when we were in Vegas one night, we were talking about album names and stuff. And I'm like, well, and we had a lot of music at this point. We had demoed a lot of songs, and we talked about maybe a double album possibly. But then ultimately, AJ was like, digital and analog. DNA.
Light bulb.
And we loved it.
Seriously.
Light bulb.
And then also like DNA kind of, because we have a wide variety of sonic music on this album, and all of our inspirations are country, R&B, hip hop, pop, gospel, rock. So this album has a little bit of each of those sprinkled in it, and so each track is it's a lot of variety on the album. Yeah. And it gives us creative license to do that, where every track doesn't have to feel like it's all
cohesive.
Well, Cubby and I were talking about the length of your relationship, right? Like
it's over 25. It's over 25 years now, right?
Yeah.
Is it kind of like being married? I mean, you guys are obviously best
very
friends,
much so.
But how do you keep it together? I mean, you're going to have bad moments and bad.
We never signed a prenup when we got married, so now we really can't get divorced ever.
Because that would cost too much.
It would cost too much, so that's really
but in this industry, you see people come and go in 25 years. It's longer than most marriages, and the one thing that I noticed, you guys have been doing a ton of promo for the album, and I think it was AJ that was doing something, and Brian knew what you were going to do right there. So it's
getting weird.
You guys know each other so well. It's like when Cubby ate a pound of meat the other day. I knew what we were
You just knew what he ate.
It was a mistake. It was like 6 months ago, but it was a mistake. My wife made meat to put on lasagna, and I thought it was my lunch, and I ate the whole thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you have the meat sweats?
It was great, though. It was great.
Right, but I knew what we were in for, because it's like we're in a relationship, so it's almost like
tight
you
quarters.
guys. Absolutely.
Right.
25 years of just knowing each other, knowing what's going to come next. He's going to be so mad at me that I mentioned the pound of meat.
Well, you know what makes each other tick, right? Like, what makes each other
absolutely.
mad.
Makes each other angry and
under each other's.
All right, so Kevin, what makes Brian mad?
Ooh, I love this question.
What makes him blow the tea kettle?
We actually call him Tea Kettle. Let's talk about it.
I mean,
well, we saw the documentary.
When things are on the schedule that he doesn't,
I just piss him off. He looks at me and gets
if
mad.
things get on the schedule where it's too packed and we don't have time for just a breather, and in times like these when we're doing a lot of promo, it's a blessing, but at the same time we got to have a little bit of room to get a breather. So that's one of the things that get approved that weren't approved by us.
That pisses me off.
By other people.
Rightfully so, though. Like, somebody has to be that guy, though, right?
Yeah, he's that guy.
Brian is a principles guy. I'm all about principles.
Yep.
It's like just a little bit of consideration goes a long way. When you put a schedule together and we don't have a dinner break. I mean, come on, like who's the boss?
How long
here?
we been doing?
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to be a prick. It's just like. I'm like, come on, man. This is what we do.
But we're eating.
And if
we are eating.
Well,
it's fine.
Finally, we're eating.
I'm just saying.
So that's what gets under.
It's got to this point.
Right. Yeah. But at the same time, 25 years later, people still run to you and need you, and
that's the thing too.
So you're lucky that it's still happening.
We realize that. I mean, we're very fortunate, and we're 25 years. We're able to kind of learn how to work the system a little bit better, But we realize that the second coming, this coming back around, it doesn't happen for everybody, and we're very fortunate and very grateful to all of you for supporting us and everybody out there, all of our fans. We love you all.
Don't you think the Vegas thing too, though? Like, I mean, I think the residency really definitely helped to keep you guys connected with the fans. I know you guys are going on a world tour after this, so it's just like the people who have grown up with you and also your new fans, they get to see what you guys are bringing with this new album, but then they also get to relive the past a little bit.
I like to say Vegas reinvigorated our fan base and just it definitely it reminded people
to make the record.
And this is your first album since 2013, I believe.
Yep.
It's been a long. Why so long?
2012,
2012,
Why so long? Why it takes so long to get to DNA?
Had to get it right.
Well, once
we had to tour that album.
Yeah, we've toured that album for 2 years.
Yeah, 2.5 years.
Yeah,
Almost 2.5.
and then this album here, we started about almost 3 years ago, and we never really tried to put like a time limit on when we went, to have our records finished. It's just whatever happens naturally. And this record we got in the studio, it kind of started in a direction of a pop dance vibe. And then little by little, when we caught up with Florida Georgia Line and we did that collaboration together, we kind of got a lot of love from the country world. So we were kind of like entertaining the idea of making possibly a country record. And then little by little, we started just, getting back into the studio. And we eventually just kept on experimenting. We were able to put it all together. But some of our biggest songs off of this record, like "Don't Go Breaking My Heart," and Chances, we just got here just within the past year here.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that we were going to only get one. We felt we were only going to get one shot on radio, and we needed to come with the heat on that first single, and so it took a little time to get it, and we got it with "Don't Go Breaking My Heart."
Well,
but also,
I'm sorry.
Also, too, like Vegas. I mean, as good as Vegas has been for us, it kind of got in the way of that, like. Next album. You know what I mean? Because when we signed the Vegas deal, we only signed for 9 shows originally. And then now we're in, 2 years
60
into
something.
the Vegas residency.
Yeah,
so,
it was like the fastest selling, like you guys sold out. I mean, you guys broke records basically when you went to Vegas, which is what you want to do.
Yeah, it was a super blessing. But it also, like Kevin just said, it inspired us to like, we love singing Quit Playing Games and As Long As You Love Me and I Want It That Way. But there's a future here. We do have a thick past of an amazing catalog, but we got places to go. We got people to see. We got music to make. We're not finished yet. We're not even close. We're just now getting started, and we're 26 years in. That's how we feel.
I think sonically, I think you mentioned it too. Listening to this album, it's like you get a little bit of everything. You get like that doo-wop sound. You get a little bit of country. You get a little bit of that dance. And like AJ, I love your vocals on so many of the tracks that I was just like, wow. Like I listened as a fan, but then I also listened. I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? And I'm sorry, whoever's idea was okay. I love that song.
Good.
That is my favorite.
Oh, the song Okay?
I only want to listen to
That's
that
so funny.
all summer. Like,
It's such a fun record.
We want to shoot for that to be on the soundtrack, hopefully.
Yeah, it's such a fun.
What's that?
Like we would love to have that on the soundtrack. That's our idea when we got that
It's
song.
a feel-good record.
It made me
It's like
feel
a
like I was
cartoon.
in summer. Like I was like, I need to hear the song with a Corona in my hand with like flip-flops on.
But here's what's so interesting is like literally every interview that we've done since we started doing promo, almost consecutively, every interviewer has given us a different favorite track off the album, which means that we did
A good thing.
exactly what we set out to
yeah,
do.
Right.
Make something for everyone.
All right, we're getting the wrap-up signal, guys. But I tell you what, the number one question we get: will there be a tour?
Oh yeah.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
So the tour kicks off in Portugal in May. We'll be over there in Europe for about a month and a half, 2 months, and then we'll be back here in the United States in July. End of June into July, August. No, wait, no.
July through
It's
September.
July, August, and September. We'll be in the U.S. and Canada. We're playing the Barclays Center right across the way.
Y'all better be there.
Jersey.
And we're playing New Jersey over here.
Over here.
And we got to say that actually, I think we did something really cool for this tour. We did all the sales that went out. People got the album that came with it. So actually
They got
today,
your DNA!
yes. So today, everybody gets a chance to redeem with their code that they have, so they can get their CD.
Yeah, make
So
sure
when
you
buy a
redeem your
ticket
code.
to the concert.
If you bought it.
You have the option to opt in and get the album for free.
First time in history that the Backstreet Boys have done a bundle deal.
Amazing. And you guys, I just have to say, we love you so much. You guys always have a home here at KTU, but we love how much fun you're having promoting this album. And I will have to say, because of your chicken dance on Jimmy Fallon, you guys took over Baby Shark in my house, and I thank you for that. Yes. Now,
We had
You
so
hadn't
much
even
fun
say
with
the
Jimmy.
words.
It was
Now
so
that's
much
gonna be
fun.
in my head.
I'm so sorry, but you guys did me a favor. So just continued success. Thank you guys
You're
so
welcome.
much.
Backstreet
you.
Boys.
Great job.
Yeah.
Of New York. 1035 KTU.